Hey guys, People Close Gamers back to Supergirl, Season 2, Episode 21, Resist. So this is the penultimate episode of Season 2, and I'm assuming from the title of the episode, we're resisting this Rhea's plan, kind of the invasion here of Earth, the plan for a new Daxam. We're resisting all of that. Last week, after clearly that happened, that's what the whole portal, her plan was. She brought thousands of Daxamites from across the universe to Earth. I don't know, did she like send a signal out beforehand to be like, hey, you know, listen, like be on this location because like a portal's gonna open up at some point, or was it just like random and they somehow were all instantly there? I'm assuming she sent out some kind of signal. So we had that going on, and then also Rhea in turn revealing herself before that she's been still here to Kara and Mon-El and everyone else. And she kind of kicked everyone's ass basically, and Mon-El could not shoot his own mother, even in the leg or the arm, so then that brought on some more catastrophe. The other point of last week's episode was kind of Jimmy. He had some of his best material in a long time, maybe his best material ever, in kind of reaching this telekinetic alien named Marcus, this little kid, and he was able to connect with him through the loss of their fathers, you know, who were both soldiers, through also his race and a whole bunch of other things. And was just able to relate to him and connect. He avoided a catastrophe in itself and stopping all of kind of the other, you know, telepaths by getting through to Marcus, and he had a lot of good material outside of the Guardian suit, which was kind of his theme of his story of him questioning who he is and really what kind of effect Guardian is having. Well, he was a hero, as you know, Wynn had to blatantly beat you over the head to tell you that's a hero outside the suit. That's what they did there. So I'm expecting big things here in this penultimate episode. Last season in Supergirl, we didn't have really a major death. It might come in this episode, it might come in next episode, it might not come at all. But usually in these CW shows, we have big deaths, especially when you pertain to The Flash and Arrow every season. So I'm expecting that, but I just don't know who they would kill. I really can't even make a choice. I would maybe say Alex, but now I would say no. I would said that a few weeks ago because you almost killed her 2 episodes ago and had a whole episode that was titled after her name. So that's not happening. You're not killing Kara. You're not killing John Jones. I don't think you're even killing Wynn. Maybe Jimmy, because you've been giving him all this material, but I feel like that would be a little bit weird. So who knows what's going to happen here. I just want a good conclusion to this season, and I don't want something like super cliche, because we're kind of shadowing Man of Steel here. So I want to see if there's a different take on this. So without further ado, guys, here we go. All right, yeah, and Lena got captured last episode, so I guess they dressed her up in nice Daxamite dresses. Okay. Oh, this is getting hella creepy, guys. If that's Rhea, this is getting hella creepy. Oh, this is getting hella creepy.
Supergirl nearly killed you.
Yeah, it was Supergirl's fault. Had nothing to do with you. She trying to adopt her as her own daughter. As Daxam destroys National City, and I would assume the rest of the world. Holy shit, we're in trouble. That's cool. Do not be afraid as we shoot you in the middle of your street. But don't be afraid. Maggie, please, for the love of God, be careful. Wait, call Metropolis, bring Superman over here. They're taking over all the major centers of power, all the authorities, all the law enforcement agencies, so they can better control the city and then the planet. Oh, she's gonna have to jump, right? And Kara's gonna have to catch her? Shit. Yes! Queen doing work. Any day now, Kara. Yes. CGI's pretty good, thank you. Oh, thank God. Even though I knew she was going to save her, it's still... Oh, God. So much tension. Alright, Rhea. That's how it's going to be. Ooh! Special appearance, Calista Flockhart. Cat's back? And the President, Linda Carter. Cool.
You're the key.
Ah, the one that could bridge the 2 worlds, even though he's only been here for like 9 months. Lena's the lucky choice. Ooh, it's going to get real creepy. Yeah, Kara and Mon-El and Lena literally just became into a love triangle that I didn't even know was going to happen. Okay. So just like last year when Superman was comatose, now John's comatose. Awesome.
On Independence Day going out there with
yes. Oh, yeah. Yeah, maybe he's out there fighting. I really hope he is. Oh, thank God Maggie's okay. Thank you. We're all good. Yes. Everyone's back at the alien bar. Can we call Cisco and Earth 1? Or we could use Lillian, Luther, and Cadmus. Have an uneasy alliance? I like that. Okay. I like that. Alright, I like how the story's going here. We kind of form, kind of like what we did last year when we formed kind of this weird uneasy alliance with Maxwell Lord. I guess we're doing that now with Lillian Luther, which could work out. She wants her daughter back, even though her and Rhea are manipulative in those ways, and and kind of like, hey, what the hell are you doing? And Lena doesn't want to be your daughter because you're both crazy. Something like that. I do like this whole partnership going on. I'm really going to enjoy this.
Everything I warned against has come to pass. The alien invasion.
Yeah, kind of true. You have to agree with her on that.
The love I feel for my daughter is real.
Is it?
Please, God.
Is it? I don't know.
Help me save her.
Feels like there's an ulterior motive here. But we do need her. They're gonna have to turn to her sooner or later.
Straight for you.
Okay. That's a bold move by the president. What has she got up her sleeve?
Happier I voted for that woman.
Yes! Yes! The ultimate queen's back.
About your big guns.
Oh, I missed your sarcastic nature, Kat.
That tiara that you have on the top of your head, it's overkill. Real royals, they don't need to try that hard.
Oh, damn! It's a roast! Well, shit. Guys, we needed a better plan here if we were going head-on with the Daxamite ship. And now the wing of Air Force One is gone. And out Kat goes. Alright, we just got her back. We cannot lose her. And for the second time in the episode, Kara saves someone from falling to their death. What about the rest of the plane, Kara? Oh my goodness. Hopefully the president was a projection, otherwise she's dead. There's no way they just killed Linda Carter like that. Really feeling that CGI bow. You're gonna find out she's an alien. Yeah, she's an alien, girl. Hopefully a good one.
I owe you an explanation.
Yeah, I would say several.
You're still a Democrat.
Oh my god, Kat. Alright, so that last scene there you could clearly see is a CGI background, so that's never usually a good thing. So glad Kat's back. The queen of the roast is finally back, so I'm glad I've missed her. No one pulls off sarcastic nature, stinging comments like Kat Grant, like Calista Flockhart can. So I'm so glad she's back. Glad that Kara, and then by extension the rest of the team, is going to find out here that the president is an alien, whether they are good or bad. It seems like she might have some bad tendencies, so we'll have to see what happens there. As for kind of the whole conversation between, Kat and the president there and Rhea, yeah, that will work well. And I'm not trying to bring any hate. I'm not. I'm full for women's rights and all that stuff, and I guess you could even call me a feminist in that regard. I have even freaking t-shirts, supporting women's rights and stuff like that. But for that scene, I think they overdid it a little bit. I think, like, keep saying, women, 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 women. And I understand they're going against the cliches and the norms of, like, testosterone men and things like that. But then their conversation really didn't do anything except, just kind of roast men there a little bit and, give this, like, extreme women power. I'm all for women power. Kara is the lead of the show. Alex is arguably the second main character, but maybe we toned down the writing there a little bit. I don't know if you guys felt like that. Maybe you're totally for that, but for me, it was maybe just because I'm a guy, that was a little bit much, I think. And it wasn't, like, really even that creative of writing. It was very, very kind of cliche and a little bit overdone. Wow, she's actually hugging Wynn? God, maybe falling out of a plane changed her.
Very French resistance, but what about the janitors when they settled? I thought it was the pop brownies, but now I'm realizing.
Now you're realizing she was really an alien.
What do you?
Yeah, back up for Alex.
Dinner with that lunch Bill O'Reilly. I can certainly survive a little turbulence.
Even Bill O'Reilly getting roasted. I love it.
Your secret is safe with us.
I feel like there's more to her than that.
Acting director of the DEO.
Hell yeah, Alex, sliding into that role once again. Yeah, Kara, you might have to sacrifice a couple people to save the rest of the world, but I think you'll get them back, don't worry.
Or you can make this.
Or she could shock you with a cattle prod until you do it.
Did you not hear us?
No, she doesn't. She's in Rhea world, where nothing matters but her own. Her own will.
The Luther family children's hospital, of course.
Oh, really?
It's
The children's hospital? Rhea? This is low even for you.
But in time, you will realize you made the right choice.
Yeah, made the right choice to save thousands of lives, not necessarily to get married, you crazy, psychotic bitch. Kara's gotta find a way. I trust that she can. She brought National City back with a hope speech last year. She's gonna figure it out. But if it comes down to it, I do get Alex's position.
I'm selfish. Oh, no, it's not selfish.
No, you're kind of human, huh?
It's human.
Yeah, how about that, girl?
It's not about what you do.
Or how big you get.
It's about who you love.
Exactly. It's about the people you love and you know.
Two people that you
Surrounding yourself with good people. Oh, Kat, I missed you so much. That was really good. Great pep talk. Classic. It is. It is still so cool. I am so glad you're back. I wish you could stay all the time. Good. I'm glad they're teaming up. Kara is stooping to that level because she needs to. Of course, Lillian's probably going to have ulterior motives. Of course, you can't really trust her. But you're going to need her tech. You're going to need her intelligence. You're going to need the power of Cyborg, Superman, and any other stuff between the DEO and Cadmus. So, for now, this is the smart decision. It's the right decision. If it comes down to it, yes, you got to blow up the ship. You got to save National City and in turn save the world. But I can't blame Kara for wanting to go right, after Lena and Mon-El there. Those are people she loves, so you can't blame her there. Great pep talk from Kat. And this is my example that I was just talking about in the last commercial break. Right there, you have woman power right there without overdoing it. From Kat, from Kara, from Alex, from the president, everybody. Even Maggie, even Rhea, even though she's out of her goddamn mind. Lena, all these people, all these females can be great empowerment figures that I love. I love watching them, but you don't need to overdo it sometimes in the dialogue. So that's a lot better. I like that. I love how David's getting to act as Cyber Superman while John is actually out cold.
I'm the queen of distraction. Miss Grant, this could
Come on, I want to see Kat distract Rhea. Maybe we got something from him. We got something from him by doing that. Good job, Win.
If you are on board when I fire, you will not survive that. I know. Okay, so please.
Sister love.
Just be faster than me.
Please, don't need this. Don't need to pull on the heartstrings, alright? I came here to have a good time. Damn it, Alex. I hate when Kyler really cries. It really bothers me.
Oh my god.
Alright, I'm good. I'm good. I'm not gonna break in these reactions. We're good. That's it. Fortress Solitude time.
She'll hate you for it.
Damn, let's hope not. We don't need more controversy.
I look forward to it.
I do too. I like them being enemies. Onto the ship we go. Hopefully not the Phantom Zone. Crossing our fingers. Alright. Love these team-ups. The emotional scenes between the sisters always literally pains my soul. So that was a good scene there. Wynn took something off of Cyborg Superman. Now with the look and the whole bump, it was for something. Don't know why. Maybe it was a tracker. If he betrays them, it's some kind of electric shock. I don't know. But it was something. Very cool to see kind of, it was his name, David Haraway or whatever, that he's kind of playing both parts here while John is out of commission, even looking at, him while he's down. So I did like that. And overall, I'm really enjoying this episode here. I'm glad that Kat's coming along with the team, and that Lily and Luther's helping, so this should be great. Oh, rocking that red dress, girl. Reminds me of what Alex wore back in, episode 13, I want to say?
Yeah, I'm good.
Looking good, Lena.
Free weights in my office.
Hiding like a cow.
And Kira, where is she?
She's also a cow.
Good job, Win. Awesome. Good explanation for your friends. Alright, so she's gonna go on TV. Car with that left hook. That southpaw shot.
Makes this kind of a full circle thing for us.
Good reflection, Maggie. Good.
Each of you have found your star.
Yeah. Sure. We'll go with that, Ray. Thank you, Kat. Thank you for interrupting that. I love how it's broadcasting so easily over everything. Thanks, Win.
Get to the wrong town.
Hell yeah.
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 Not going anywhere.
That's the queen.
Classic.
That is the queen, not you, Rhea.
You were saying R2?
R2. I love it. That was a good try. Take it. There you go, Mon-El. Come on, Lena. We need your help. Yes. Everyone working together. She's a Luthor. She don't take no shit. She knows. Follow her. She knows where she's going. Operation Take Back the DEO starts with the director and her badass cop girlfriend. Next time on Supergirl. Damn, that is a big freaking cannon. It's been there the whole time? Lena hacked the system. She's using a tiara to get this thing started. Resourceful as ever. Yeah, we definitely should move. Alright, hopefully Lillian and Lena just don't have some kind of renewed bond that pulls Lena away from Kara. They left them.
Oh, you left us today.
Of course. Of course. We're not gonna pull them out, are we? Alex gonna kill her own sister. Please tell me we had a plan to fix against this. Please tell me when bumping into Cyborg Superman or something, we could save the day here. Love Cat's speech was awesome there. Not as surprising that Lillian betrayed her. Kara, you gotta go first there, so that's not surprising. If Lena had a moment that she thought her mother was different, I think it all but evaporated in about 2 seconds, which is a good thing. I do think that Kara should tell Lena, because that could go really, really bad. She could take that kind of one or two ways. She could take it kind of like a Thea way, where she takes it well, like she did in Season 3 Arrow, or like a Season 1 Iris Flash thing when you tell her, who you are, your, secret identity. So I hope that goes well, and I hope she tells her sooner rather than later. Because saying, oh, Kara Danvers set me off, it's so obvious in cheese, it's so bad right now. But I love Lena and Mon-El kind of working together. It's a weird kind of like little triangle dynamic that they're creating that they're not meaning to, but they are. But I still like the two of them working together, and that Lena's just kind of like a take no shit attitude. Kara punching through people is great, but now we got to get the two of them off the ship, so let's hope we can figure out a way.
Henshaw and rigged a remote so I could beam us back if she double-crossed us.
Thank you.
That one shot prepared for the worst.
Exactly. Good job. I knew it meant something. Nice job, Win. Good job, Kara, not being naive. Down he goes. All right, Kara, I hope you have a plan here, because that cannon will vaporize you. Jimmy, we could use you.
Okay, well, it was nice knowing you.
Thank you, James. Lead dust. Very cool thing. I like it. So weaken them up a little bit, so now Guardian can fight back against them. Awesome.
Thanks, James.
Knew it was her. She knew right away.
Oh, honey. I can see your eyes right through.
Thank you. Thank you, Kat. Thank you. I said that last episode. She totally knows that Kara is Supergirl. Can't you explain that Supergirl's up there? God damn it, Alex is gonna have to do it.
When my own husband opposed me, I killed him.
There you go, now you can tell Mon-El. Well, I guess they're going out together. Does Ray know that? Oh, Clark, please be Clark. It's Clark, it has to be Clark. Who else has heat vision? Kara, choke this bitch and leave the ship. Damn it, who the hell is that? God, now he's working with them, mind control. Oh, God damn it. How? Why? I mean, why? Because he's a major weapon, but how? Fuck! Alright guys, so we're reaction to Supergirl Season 2, Episode 21, Resist, the penultimate episode of Season 2, and that right there is how you do a penultimate episode. You leave it with a great cliffhanger, whether sad or happy or confusing like that was. You have character returns, you have amazing action, you have high stakes. That is exactly how you do it for everything in kind of this back half of Season 2 of Supergirl that's kind of been lopsided from maybe episode kind of 9 through 17 or so. That's been a little rough. That is how you do it. I love that. I love that. So man, there is so much to talk about. I'm going to try to get through this as quickly as possible. For me, there's 4 main points in the episode. For starters, it's Cat Grant and the President return. I think her name is Olivia, I believe her name is, and they have actually a personal connection there in the show. So that was absolutely awesome there. The second main point of the episode here for me is Rhea and Mon-El. Third main point is the Luthors, which obviously would include Lillian and Cadmus, and then also Lena in that regard. And there's also some connection between Mon-El and Lena. And then the fourth main point is Superman returns as well, because he's back, but I would assume he's mind controlled. So yeah, that's not good at all. So starting with the first main point, Cat Grant and the President return. So Talk about guest stars here with Calista Flockhart, and then to have, Terry Hatcher obviously renewing her role as Rhea here, and then have Linda Carter come back as the president. I mean, like, so much stuff going on here. And then what's his name? Tyler Hoechlin as Superman there at the end. I mean, a lot of returns going on, but Kat, great as ever, has the great stinging comments, has the awesome pep talks to Kara. There is no way, I refuse to believe, there is no way that she does not know that Kara is Supergirl. There's no way. There's no way in hell. Because I'm pretty sure last year Supergirl said my name is Kara Zor-El. Kara Zor-El. Kara Danvers. How many people do you know in the same city really have weird suspicions around each other, look similar, and are also both the name Kara? And you're telling me that, now she's pinned out who Barry was. He's the Flash in an instant. She's pinned out James in an instant as Guardian. There is no way she doesn't know, but great to see her back. Beside that little kind of introduction scene there, which I thought was good when she's on Air Force One, but I thought maybe her dialogue was a little bit too much over the top and kind of feminist kind of power. There's nothing wrong with that, as I said during the episode, but not when you don't write it in a kind of clever way. When you make it like when you beat the audience over the head, I think it's a little bit much. You can do it in more subtle ways, and that's not to be like, oh, not things are at the forefront. I mean, look how many powerful women we had in this episode. From Lillian to Lena to Kara to Alex to Maggie and Kat. And the president. I mean, like, come on. So, we have that already, and I love it, but actual verbalizing it there in not the greatest way, nothing to Calista Flockhart's acting, it's just the writing for me, maybe everyone's going to hate me for saying that because, I'm a male and I have no right to say that. That's fine, but I just think for me, I want to see if you're going to have a kind of a speech like that, it'd be done a little bit better. But overall, really loved Kat's return. Love the president's return. Glad that they know she's an alien. I think there is more to her than she's letting on. I don't believe her bullshit story. I think she is, or it could be a version of the story of, her being a refugee. I think she has some kind of sinister motive to her. There's just something about her that I don't like. Maybe they've just been showing her kind of in these scenes suspiciously where they're making you think she's bad, but she's really not. But there's something to her that I do not like at all. But it was great to have Linda Carter return. Kind of bad on Kara's part that, yes, she saves Kat, but let's think about, Iron Man 3 when he saves all those people, right? All those people in Air Force One, they died, and the only reason the president lived was because she was an alien, I guess has, durability and super strength and stuff like that. Otherwise, Kara, you should have found her, you should have tried to find more people there, you could carry at least a few people even if you can't super speed them to the ground. So that was not good on Kara's part, but overall, great Kat's speech there at the end, when she's in the office building was absolutely excellent. That's how you write a speech. I thought that was so much better than early in the episode. Encouraging, she's a familiar face, encouraging the people of National City to stand up. It kind of reminded me when they broke down the gate, maybe I'm just kind of a history person, kind of how the Berlin Wall came down and, when there was the whole mistake and like the crossover from west to east, east to west, it kind of reminded me of exactly that when there was that whole mistake going on in the Soviet Union and then they kind of just opened up the wall because people were like climbing over it. It reminded me of that there. I doubt it was supposed to be kind of a symbolism towards that, but it did remind me of that. But overall, really, really love that stuff. I know Kat is not going to stay around more than next episode because the reason really why she left was, yeah, they gave an explanation, she's experiencing life and doing all that stuff, and that works for the context of the show, but the real reason why is because Supergirl moved from LA to filming in Vancouver, and Calista Flockhart lives in LA, and she's an older woman, and plus doesn't want to probably deal with the horrible winter weather of Vancouver, so she's like, fuck that, and that's it. It's why there's been a lot of changes and less focus on Catco. It's why, I would assume why Maxwell Lord is not in the show anymore, why Lucy's not in the show anymore, they're not even mentioned, so that happens with production moves. The second main point of the episode here for me is Rhea and Mon-El. Rhea is out of her mind. I mean, she was willing to destroy hospitals, a children's hospital. She has lost it. Now, I will say, Terry Hatcher doing a fantastic job playing the villain. She's really selling it for me. I think she's doing an absolutely excellent job, especially that for villains, I love villains so much, but also when villains make you hate them, and I hate her right now. So I think she's doing an absolutely great job there, and I really like the writing that they've had with her. even there at the end where, like, you think you're going to pull on my heartstrings, I killed my own husband, like, you know, because he didn't agree with my plan. So I love that stuff. The whole marriage between Lena and Mon-El, you know, wanting to get that done, I guess to kind of have a new fresh face of the people, you know, a prince and a princess kind of thing going on, to build up Daxam. Even though then after they get married, you would just bring them out for public appearances because you're going to keep them rotting in cells. She says she was willing to do. Also weird that you could just take like locks of hair, DNA of a Daxamite, and just regenerate. They don't even actually have to have, you know, like sexual intercourse to have a child. So that was interesting. I don't think that's the case with Kryptonians. So I think that's a very weird thing that could potentially maybe mean that even if we defeat the Daxamites, more of them could stay alive if they could do this regenerating thing or whatever else. It's got to play into something, or maybe it's just interesting history about them. But yes. I like the interaction. I'll get also more into it in kind of the Lena section, but in this case, I like the interaction between Mon-El and Lena. For me, again, it's once again, how the hell would Lena not figure out that Kara and Supergirl are the same person? I mean, she knows that Mon-El's an alien. She knows Mon-El, or Mike, even though she knows his real name, is going out with Kara, right? Connect the dots here. Connect the dots, right? That, oh, I see why you love her. Oh, I see why, you know, she loves you too. Blah, blah, blah. There's no way she's not going to figure that out there. So I'm hoping next episode, when I think she is going to figure out, that she takes it well, or she says, you know, kind of like a cat, like, yeah, duh. If they try to turn her into, like, the female Lex Luthor and siding more with her mother, I think that could get very cliche and dry. It's not just because I like Lena, it's that I've been wondering that all season, and I kind of really don't want that unless they took some kind of interesting take on it. So, like that stuff going on there. Glad that the, obviously, marriage got interrupted. Lena looked great as ever in kind of the red dress there, and I'm sure people will go crazy for that. The third main point of the episode here for me is the Luthors, so it's more about Lillian and Lena's connection. First with Lillian, glad that even though they got betrayed, I'm glad that Cadmus kind of teamed up with them because, you know, Lillian has her own plans for the planet Earth and, you know, kind of doesn't stand with the Daxamite and things like that. It's very kind of overdone thing that's happened where, you know, you team up with the villain because they want to destroy the world. You know, so they can't let someone else do it, or someone else, you know, kill the hero, so I can't let you do it. Similar to there, but it worked. It was nice to see kind of, I think his name is David Haraway. Since he's out as John Jones, he's there as Cyborg Superman. The R2-D2 joke was really funny, and just having that kind of interaction between the two of them and Kara, I really loved. And even though the betrayal happened at the end, Kara hoped for the best, but Windshot prepares for the worst. And the whole bump into him, which I figured would come back, I'm glad that that ended up working out. It worked out bad in the sense of because Kara's an idiot and wanted to just be naive and appeal to, you know, Rhea's, you know, she's not even human, but appeal to her decency. Well, that ended up majorly backfiring. So we'll have to see what happens there. But she saved Mon-El. I want to see, you know, for a brief second I thought, you know, Lena was so excited that, you know, her mother came to save her, risked everything, and then right back to betraying. So that's why I hope that Lena's not going to become her mother, and I'm hoping that even when she finds out about the Kara secret identity, she's also not going to do what Lillian foreshadowed that she's going to turn against her and, you know, and hate Kara. But we'll have to see what happens more going forward, especially that Cyborg Superman was in the middle of choking Lillian Luthor. The fourth main point of the episode here for me is Superman returns, because I'm glad he's back. I was saying, why isn't he back? And they were like, oh, you know, maybe he's off fighting in other parts of the world. He's also fighting the Daxamite invasion, even though, just like last year, it seems like they have plans for the greater world, but it's still right at the moment just restricted to National City. Kind of convenient. But somehow, Clark is mind-controlled. He destroyed the weapon. He punched Kara in the face. And it kind of reminds me of that animated movie where Apocalypse took Kara and turned her evil and they fought each other. It's kind of the reversal of that. You probably, you know, maybe you know what I'm talking about there. But I'm glad Tyler Hoechlin is back, especially, like I said, you cast this role. So, like last year when you just saw the red boots and, you know, oh, Myriad affected him, you know, he was knocked out, and then he, you know, like text messaged her, oh, I guess you're stronger than me and I have such a headache. I'm glad that he's finally brought back in here for the final 2 episodes, really an episode there. But we're doing kind of something similar where we're knocking John Jones out of the fight. So that's a little bit annoying there to not have all our guns all firing on all cylinders, especially that there's thousands of Daxamite and Daxamite ships to fight. But hopefully we'll get John back next episode because, does Rhea, what's the range on Rhea's device? If we destroy it, shouldn't John come back? So I don't really know how that works, but I'm very interested to see this kind of Kara gonna be trying to reach her cousin and what's going on with him. I would assume it is mind control. Although the main points of the episode, liked Guardian this episode once again. As I said last episode, you got to get, something going on there, Jim. If anyone even knows who you are or could do any sort of facial recognition kind of thing going on, there's too much eye slit there, so that's easily how Kat pointed that out. But he had some badass moments. I like the lead spray in his suit. All that was cool. And him and Maggie kind of fighting out there. I really like that. Maggie was badass here in this episode as well, as she always is. And her and Director Danvers now, temporary at least, teaming up. Breaking into DEO, kind of, again, cliche, but also pretty bad on the Daxamites that are supposed to have advanced security, that you don't check the air ducts and, kind of come in there. And then once they kind of knocked out the few people, you don't realize someone's hacking into your system, but whatever, we'll forgive that. But I like the interactions between the two of them, kissing Maggie when she came in because she was so concerned about her. All that stuff is sweet. And Alex was going to launch the weapon before Clark destroyed it. I don't think that's, she hates her sister. She has a job to do. And the president, on one hand, is doing that because you're trying to save the world, the city, and the country. But also, I just feel like there's some kind of negative motive going on there that I'm not too fond of. I also liked in the episode just, the little moments we got between Kara and Alex, and especially that powerful moment there of like, hey, you have to get off the ship, and coming back. It kind of reminded me of last season when they had that speech in the season finale. Always those moments, especially when Kylo Lee starts to cry, really hits me. And that sister bond is, like, for me, the strongest point. It is the center point of this show. So we got no answers on where Jeremiah is. Apparently Lillian says she has no idea where she is. So I guess we're going to be dealing with that storyline the rest of the season. But overall, guys, that's kind of my thoughts here, for next season. But overall, guys, that's kind of my thoughts here on Supergirl. Season 2, Episode 21, Resist. Let me know what you thought of the penultimate episode of Season 2 in the comments below. Did you like it? Did you not like it? Any Easter eggs I missed? What do you think about Clark seemingly being under the mind control here of Rhea? Rhea in this episode being crazy as ever. Terry Hatcher stepping up that game. What do you think about that? This temporary, almost, marriage between kind of Mon-El and Lena going on there, and kind of, them as themselves. Throughout the episode there. Will Lena find out next episode that Kara is Supergirl? Let me know what you think about that. And will Kat find out at this point? What do you think about Kat's return? Linda Carter's, the president's return, and kind of their personal, they used to be roommates, or, the president used to be the RA. Everyone finding out that she's an alien, or at least our crew. Lillian coming back in this episode with Cyborg Superman, them double-crossing them, and then Wynn having a plan there. Guardian in this episode, Maggie and Alex's connections, Alex and Kara's connections. Any other thoughts, predictions, theories you have on this episode and for the season finale of Supergirl Season 2, please let me know them down below. As always, though, no spoilers. If there's been any releases, some trailers, some promos, I don't want to know anything. Please be kind about that. Like the video, subscribe, channel, share, defend if you be so kind. And until next week of Supergirl, guys, for the finale, thanks for watching.